What's going on, guys? I hope all is well. My name is Rico. I wanted to talk about how important it is to be intentional when paying off debt. And to me, that's like the most important thing. You have to be intentional. You have to want to be able to pay off debt. And I know in my time, when paying off debt or when unable to pay off debt, that was the key thing that held me back, is that I wasn't intentional. And I've always heard this term, how someone may have debt for a long time. And I heard the term that someone is carrying debt around like a pet, essentially, because it's staying there and it's not going anywhere. And the reason is because that intentionality, the person is not being intentional regarding paying off debt. And what I mean by being intentional, you have to have a plan. You have that saying that if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. And that's so true. And that's very true in regards to our financial futures, because you have to have a plan. Because you see stories all the time where a person um, is in a financial situation, and the reason is because they fail to actually plan. They fail to game plan as far as writing down a budget, or writing down what they want to accomplish, or what's their goals for being for retirement. And it's so important to be intentional. And I learned that because I had a debt one time, and I played around with it, meaning I was just paying the bare minimum. And then when I thought about it, I was like, man, I'm paying the bare minimum and it's not going anywhere. It's barely going down. And then what I did was focus on I did the snowball method. As far as I was able to pay the minimum on all my other debts, and then for that one debt, which is the smallest debt, I went over and beyond with that. And I was able to pay more than a minimum. Well, I was paying more than a minimum on that debt in order to accelerate things, in order to be intentional. And that's what helped me pay off that debt, because I was intentional regarding paying off that debt. I say, hey, let me do the snowball method. I'm going to pay the minimum on everything else. And on this debt right here, I'm going to just pay over and beyond. I'm going to allocate, every time I get some money, I'm just going to allocate a lot of money towards that. And I was able to get it paid off. And that's how you get debt paid off, because you see these other stores as well. I've seen stores where people may be, for example, $500,000, almost $500,000 in debt, and they were able to climb out of that debt. And the reason being is because those people were intentional regarding paying off that debt. They were sick and tired of being sick and tired. And that's what it's going to take. And I'm just here to kind of give you motivation to know that you can, whatever your financial situation is, you can be able to overcome that situation. But it's going to take you being intentional, and it's going to take you having a game plan in order to be able to come out of that situation. So make sure that if you're in a situation right now where that you just feel stuck as far as your finances, just sit down and start off by writing off maybe things that you want to accomplish. You want to pay off this debt. You want to be able to save this much money. You want to be able to go on this trip. You want to be able to have this paid off, and there's so and so. And that's how you kind of start from there, having things you want to accomplish, and then be able to set a plan that, hey, I do have, say maybe, hey, I do have these two debts. Let me see what I can do to maybe, work some extra hours, or be able to sell this or sell that to be able to make some extra money, and then put that money towards that debt and be able to accelerate things. So it's all about just sitting down and just having that plan, and know that no matter your situation is, it may seem like a bad situation. If you are still breathing and you still able to, to breathe, that lets me know that that God still has a plan for you, and you're able to come out of that situation for the better. So I just want to share this message with you guys. And the point of this message is be intentional regarding your finances, because you are the person who is responsible for your finances, and you have the responsibility to be able to sit down, because no one else is going to just sit down and do it. You're the one who has to, have to look yourself in the mirror and be able to say, hey, okay, hey, I'm the person who has to own this. Now, let's see what we can do to be able to get this situation resolved and do better and get it fixed. So just be intentional, be intentional, be intentional. So I appreciate you guys hearing this message. Definitely share this video with someone who needs to hear this message, because a lot of people need to hear this. Hit that like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel so others can hear this message as well. And let me know in the comments what you think about what we talked about. And I appreciate you guys. You guys have a blessed day. Peace.